Hi, I'm Michelle from Unicorn and Centaur, and welcome to our new series, Equestrian Film Review, in which I review the only parts of the movies that matter. In our first episode of Equestrian Film Review, I will be reviewing the film Wonder Woman, released in 2017, starring Gal Gadot and directed by Patty Jenkins. The movie starts strong. I mean, at the 3-minute mark, we're already there. The mascara. Bam. Horses. On first viewing, I absolutely peed my pants. It was so exciting. Gorgeous, strong, warrior women practicing martial arts and riding horses everywhere. It was everything my 8-year-old self knew it could be. It was glorious. But, real talk, on subsequent viewings, I came down off my nerd high a little bit and started to notice things. Like terrible CGI horses. Seriously, horses' legs don't move like that. How did I miss that? I must be slipping. And then wait, there were just like women cantering around while everybody was training? I mean, I understand that you have to be able to ride war horses in any kind of battle conditions, so it's not like they're gonna spook or anything. But there's like women doing archery and like throwing axes and knives and stuff, and then women like cantering. It just seems like a really good way for a horse to lose an eye. How are there not more injuries? Also, movie people, quick note, the horse whinny sound, you're overusing it. Stop it. Just stop. Stop. Hollywood people, stop using the horse whinny sound effect, okay? It's the Wilhelm scream to horse people. We all know the sound of it, and we all know how fake it is. Horses do not make that noise very often. They'll do like snorts and whickers and squeals and little noises like that, but the only time they make that whinny noise is when they're screaming for a separated herd member. Stop. Stop. And can we talk about the bare legs on the riders? Like, what? Like, not even chaps? Really? I want to know how many actors had raw, bloody legs at the end of the day after shooting these scenes. Y'all know those knee patches on the breeches are not just for decoration, right? Those are functional. The stirrup leathers will pinch the skin right off your leg. And don't even get me started on those wedge heels they're wearing. First of all, I know they're not running in those. And second of all, I know they're not riding in those. There's no way you can get your heels down in a boot like that. Why? 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 So the whole first sequence, even though breathtaking on first glance, upon scrutiny doesn't really hold up. So after that, there's some exposition and there's no ponies for a while. But at the 11-minute mark, when Antiope is training preteen Diana and her mother comes and catches them, and there's like a whole bunch of them that come running up on horseback. When she jumps down off her horse goes immediately and goes to eat grass. Nobody was watching him, and he was like, I'm gonna eat some grass right now. Bad baby. You're a bad baby. So there's fewer and fewer horses as the movie goes along, and you start to get the feeling that the horses are just set dressing. Like the scene where adult Diana is training. Her mom and all the other warriors are up on the ridge watching, and they're sitting up there on horseback. Just sitting on horseback. Like the horses are chairs. Like they're not going somewhere and then watching training as they're going somewhere. They're just sitting up there like they went up there on horseback to watch. It's weird. Oh, and the bracelet thing. When she like does the bracelet thing, the horses are still up there on the ridge, and that affected like everybody. So did the horses fall down too? Did she like do the tsh and the horses are like, ah! Or were the horses unaffected and it just affected the humans and the horses are like, whoa, when all the people just like blew off their backs? I don't know. It's not really clear. Then the humans do some more talking, and then at the 18-minute mark, those German soldiers come and we finally have us some battle. Now, unfortunately though, it's not really a horse battle. Again, the horses just seem to be like set dressing. So at the beginning of the battle, the horses are all like up on this cliff looking down, and then 2 seconds later, they're all running down onto the beach. How do the horses get down the cliff that fast? That's what I want to know. And then they like disappear for the rest of the battle. Huh? So battle, I thought there were going to be more horses, and then it was mostly just like swinging Amazons or whatever. Ooh, dibs on the band name Swinging Amazons. So now we next see horses when Diana and Steve are sneaking away from Themyscira to go save the planet or whatever. Now I get that they have taken the time to get ready and they have tacked up their horses and they're ready to go and doing their thing. But then the mom and all the other ladies come down on horseback, fully dressed and tacked. Like, did they see Diana and Steve coming down to the beach and they were like, oh, we got to catch up to them? So then they got dressed and they went down to the stables, they groomed, attacked their horses, and then went down to the beach and caught up with them like 30 seconds later? So are the horses stabled with their tack on? I didn't see anyone who was clearly a groom in any of these shots. So I'm assuming that the ladies take care of these horses themselves? I mean, if that's the case, we're looking at least 10 minutes of grooming and tacking. And that's not including getting dressed. And it's the middle of the night. Are they dressed in their crowns and their robes to go to bed? I don't think so. I mean, wouldn't it be faster to like run down to the beach on foot and catch up with them? Cut to London, some boring things. She dresses up in normal human clothes or whatever. And there's surprisingly few horses in the London city shots. I mean, it's supposed to be World War I, so it's not like cars are everywhere all the time. But there are hardly any carriages or people riding horses or just horses in any shots. It's very disappointing. The whole thing's lamer than a 40-year-old camp horse. Okay, bunch of stuff in the city, bunch more talking scenes, some British people. And then finally, we get to ride through the woods. Like Diana and Steve and all our heroes, they're all like going to save people or whatever. So they're through the woods and they're all riding the horses. Now this scene, what was wrong is everybody's riding in a tight little group. Like, you know, when you're trail riding, you gotta leave a little space because horses are butt biters. But all these people are like crammed into one tiny little space. And I understand you gotta get the shots of the people. You gotta get two people in the same shot. And to do that, you gotta have people's horses right together. I get that. I started thinking that maybe there were handlers right off screen holding the horses because there's no way they were all in that close proximity to each other and not biting each other. Like, I bite people for getting that close. There's no way these horses didn't. There's no way these horses didn't. All right, so they get where they're going. They save the day and then there's a party. So then the bad guy does a thing and then Wonder Woman has to gallop her horse to save everybody. So there's a scene where she's galloping her horse through the woods and honestly that needed to last longer. I mean, she's too late to save the people anyway. Spoiler alert, the horse does not die. The movie's pretty much over at this point. There were no horses after this. You can get up and have a snack if you want. You can go to the bathroom, work on your blog. I got up and took a shower, washed my hair, took my time. I got back and it was still nothing but people talking and not a horse in sight. I mean, honestly, in the whole rest of the movie, there's one scene where she like somersaults off of her CGI horse off to go get the bad guy. And after that, it doesn't even show the horse. Does he run away? Does he stop there to eat grass? Nobody knows. Hopefully, he went and found a family to live with who would never make him gallop near poison gas ever again. That's what I'm gonna assume. That's what I'm gonna assume. So in conclusion, if you watched Wonder Woman for the badass warrior women on horseback, you're gonna be done after the first half hour. The bad news is you probably wanted more ponies than that. So if we're rating Wonder Woman, I'm going to have to give this movie just 2 horseshoes out of 4. So while this film started off strong, it went downhill worse than a backyard bred quarter horse. I'm hoping the sequel is just a 90-minute Amazon training montage. A horse girl can hope. Thank you for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more equestrian themed content. Is there a movie that has horses in it that you would like for me to review? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Equestrian Film Review. Thank you and have a great day.